Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about sleeper OP champions and a massive item change that Riot did. So, Riot buffed Sunfire Cape, and I said before this happened, this is gonna be a bad idea, this is gonna be horrible. They didn't listen. Sunfire Cape got buffed. Let's see what happened. There's also a couple of sleeper OP champions now because of this, and you wanna watch this because you want to change your champion pool out slightly. Now let's get into it. So, Sunfire got buffed by giving it unique ability where you can use when you CC people or so on, like immobilizing abilities basically. Which means you do more damage and you do a percentage of your bonus health as damage. It's very, very strong. Now let's see what actually happened and what this did and why you want to start picking up tanks top. So, let's get into it. First, I just made a meme post here on Twitter. It was pretty successful. This is Ornn's win rate before the patch and after the patch. Now, this was with low stats, low amount of games, is about 3,000. Still a decent amount. And this shows the trend, but it doesn't show the whole picture, obviously. I took this from the meme value, right? But yeah, it shows the trend, and it got a shit ton of likes, and everybody was like, holy shit, what's going on? And this is actually what's going to go on in a much smaller scale. Now, if you actually look at Ornn in Diamond plus Edo, this one was Plat. We have Ornn doing extremely well. His climb was huge, 2% more. And Ornn is a champion that is better in coordinated plays. So if you dual queuing, Ornn suddenly becomes better. Playing 5v5, Ornn is better. If you're playing competitive, Ornn is better, right? So this is huge, and Ornn is going to be pick or banned in competitive, I think. Which he already is, but he's going to be even more so. Now, if we look at the pick rate, increased like crazy. We look at the ban rate, you see over here, 12 to 24 in only one day. Like, he's active and out of control. But the thing is that most people don't realize is, Ornn is not the only one who benefited from this. He's not even the one who benefited the most, because he already had high damage. Other tanks with low damage that needs a tiny bit more benefited way more than he did. And now, if you go into the actual picks and talk about some sleeper OPs, and I tested this out myself on some of the champions. So we have Poppy, currently the highest win rate top laner, the decent amount of games. He's absolutely dominating top lane, and I played him myself. Somewhat simple to use, as long as you know how to use your E properly and stun them into walls, you're going to be able to do well on Poppy. You should be able to get some free elo by playing him. Malphite is also in the top now. Ornn is in the top as he was before, doesn't really change anything. But we also started seeing Maokai, and actually Maokai was played by one trick pony in high elo before. However, now he's even better, and I started seeing a lot of people pick up Maokai. And this probably doesn't happen low either, so you guys should consider picking up Maokai as a champion due to how strong he actually is right now. Then we also have Shen. Shen is a champion I literally spam right now. And my item build now is going to change. So before I just went Titanic Hydra, because it was the best, and then you just went tank. Now I can actually do two things. You can go Titanic into Sunfire, if you don't need anti-crit. Or you can go Sunfire into full tank and be even tankier than before, depending on what you need in the game. So these are some sleeper OPs you want to pick up or try out. You have Poppy, Malphite, Ornn, who's OP already, he's not really sleeper. And then you have Maokai. Those three are going to be absolutely amazing, and I think they'll give you a massive improvement in your elo. I would suggest everyone to pick up at least one of these champions, if you don't have a tank already, because they're just really overpowered right now. And they're probably gonna be changed a little bit. I think this is gonna change next patch, once the Bruiser update comes out, and Bruisers actually get buffed. But for now, tanks are going to be OP, and they're going to be the strongest part of top lane. And now, we look at one thing that happened already. I called this out before the patch even happened. It happened. Things went OP. Pretty obvious. So, Riot have already decided to hotfix Sunfire Cape. Now, this is a hotfix, but this doesn't change much. It nerfs the damage by a bit. 50% on the active. At what's called on Bambi Cinder. But once you get Sunfire, it's only at 20% nerf, which is completely fine. The item is still going to be broken, and it's still going to be OP. And the top lane champions are still going to be primarily tank focused. So you want to pick up tanks, you want to pick up that Poppy. And here's a game where I try myself on my main account. I don't play Poppy. This was in High Challenger. I think I'm like top 70, yeah, top 75 right now. I don't know how to play Poppy. I suck at Poppy, but still, I just went Sunfire and I started beating people up. It was really easy. Honestly, I started destroying people the second I got Sunfire. That's all you gotta do. If you guys like this guide, if you guys want more videos where I talk about short patches without much editing and so on, make a like, put a comment, and tell us guys what you want to see next. Peace, boys.